Hey everyone, and welcome to IG8Live Esports. Today we're going live with L2S F2 Esports League for the Australian Grand Prix. This is going to be round 2 of 15 for the league. Just before we get into our one-shot qualifying here, guys, if you haven't done so already, please give the video a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel as yet. And we're just going to get started in just a bit here as we're just waiting for everyone to select their setups and get out on track for their one-shot qualifying. And let's see what our starting grid is going to look like. We're following with Wayne Bennett right now. We're probably going to leave it on him before we just keep switching all the way around, just to avoid doing that. Yes, so once again, guys, remember we are using the F1 2020 cars for the league for this season 2. Right now, we already have John Banter out of the session already there. So 21 drivers checked in here. And in case you guys are wondering, the only reason we don't have 22 drivers is because the lobby only allows for 22 players at a time. And I have to be in here to do the commentary. So we can only have 21 drivers. So for that the case being, at least, it's still going to be a good race. We could have had one more if they increase the size of the lobby. I'm not sure if they'll ever do that. But either way, we got 21 drivers in. We're going to have a look at what the starting grid is going to be like in just a bit. So it's just a one-shot qualifying, just one single lap around the track here just to get this right. Remember, it's the Australian Grand Prix, guys. This is usually the first track on the calendar for the F1 calendar for the year, but we just mix it up just a bit here. So this is going to be a second race here. It's always quite an interesting track as it is, and it's not too much of a long run getting it on into turn 1. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see what's going to happen with 21 cars on track trying to get through and get into turn 1 here, turn 2 as well. So we actually might be seeing a bit of a contact, or quite a bit of contact between a few cars on the opening lap of the race. I'm not sure if this is going to result in a safety car or a VSC or not. I can't say for sure, but I'm quite sure we're going to have some minor contact, maybe some major contact, but we're going to see how that actually plays through. These drivers are actually pretty good driving from what I've seen so far. So even from the last season when I've dealt with most of them. So I'm hoping we don't have a safety car, but this is turn 1, guys. So look how tight that is, as we can see from the car's view, from Wayne Bennett's view there. It's really not a lot of room for a lot of cars to go through, and we have 21 cars that are going to be bunched up on that occasion there. So let's see what our starting grid looks like. Of course, now no surprise here. Official takes P1 for the race start here. Angry Orange takes P2. Desinio goes P3. Laurentier goes P4. Landobot starting P5. Infamous 6. Central in 7. Slayer 8. Spooner in 9th. We got J Sarge 10. Ian there in 11. Dikone in 12. Beer in 13. Wayne Bennett 14. Mogi in 15. We got Ace vs Kings in 16. GTF Fanatic in 17. Bultex King in 18. Bollocks 19. John Banter 20. And Column in 21 position right now. We already got some support for Desinio in our live chat. So let's see who is that. Welcome Zone. Thank you for joining on to the stream, and let's see how Desinio does this week. He did have a pretty good start last week for round 1. Let's hope he has actually a pretty good race here today, as we're just about to get to the race start for our feature race here today. Remember, guys, this is Formula 2, so we have our one-shot qualifying, then we have a 50% feature race, and then we have a 50% sprint race. So don't go anywhere when the feature race comes to an end, because that's not the end of the stream. We do have that sprint race to get to just after that, and both races go for points here. So it's all to play for. So let's see what these guys are going to be doing as we're about to get started in this session in just a bit. If you do have some time between the two sessions, we'll probably go through the results of what actually happened on the last race. And if you did miss that race, guys, please, the stream is on the channel. Just have a look at it. It was actually quite an interesting race. It was a lot of fun for me to watch live and just do the commentary on itself. So I'm quite sure you guys will enjoy it. I will add a link above this video here just at this point, just so you can just click on it and go straight to it. But I can't be able to do that right now. I'll have to do that at the end of the live stream. All right, we're about to get started here, guys. Let's see who's going to get a better run into turn 1. And let's see if we're going to have any sort of safety car happen here or not. All right, let's get it on and let's see. Oh, Angry Orange has a better start than Official, it seems. And Desinio is getting into that battle there as well. A better contact between our top few cars, as someone just got left down a bit. I'm not sure who that was. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Oh, a lot of cars on the dirt down at the back. So I'm quite sure we had a bit of contact going through. And I think that Central cutting the track, trying to get through. That might be an illegal overtake there. I'm not sure. We had a bit of more contact happening. And that's a Red Bull going into the wall. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I forget it's Formula 2. Let's see who else is on. Oh, we got penalties coming on already. I'm not sure if anyone is out of this race as yet. I don't think so though. Surprisingly, everyone got away pretty well. We did have some contact from the cars throughout the grid, I would say. I'm not sure how much of it was bad or how much was minor here, but we're going to have a look on actually going to be a bit dependent on how many pit stops we have happen on the opening of the race here. Let's see how that goes though. So far, Angry Orange still leading this race though. Landobot now running second. Laurentier up to P3. Slayer running fourth at the moment. And I got Slayer and Mogi, Slayer and Laurentier, I think, trying to fight it out for P3 at the moment. Laurentier goes up into P3. Slayer down to P4 now with Bogie just behind him. So they're still trying to fight it out here actually to see what's happening. Ian and Ace, I think, switching positions down in 10th and 11 there at the moment. So who else is currently closer? I got J Sarge and trying to get up to Spooner right now. Oh, I got Beer and Mogi out front fighting it there as well, as you can have a look here. Oh, and there goes J Sarge taking it around the outside, getting squeezed just a little bit. And still does get it, still actually keep it pretty good. Beer got away pretty well out front between these two, and Mogi and Spooner now fighting it out side by side. We're having a pretty good view from this point here right now on J Sarge's car. Bollocks is coming just behind, but not getting close enough as yet. And let's see how this battle is going to end out with these few cars here. I think Beer is trying to get away right now. Has about 1.9 seconds to catch a car in front of him actually there. Oh, and that is, I think Spooner might have gone wide there. I'm not sure. No, that's actually Mogi off track there right now. Trying to get back going here again. I think he's got Mac going there though. Hopefully he is going to get back up. See who else is currently running close. Out front we get Angry Orange getting a lead already. 2.3 seconds off of Landobot there, who has another 1.7 seconds with Laurentier behind him. And Slayer another 1.3 seconds behind. So quite a bit of a gap building. Beer has now just 2 seconds to catch up to Slayer to get by up into P4. Spooner still running in 6th. Sarge just on another second behind. Let's have a look on the midfield, what's happening here right now. Got Infamous trying to catch up with Central, who has Ace versus Kings just in front of him. So all actually pretty close together. I got Mogi and who is behind him. Oh, I think we got a safety car. We got full yellows all around the track. I'm not sure if it's a safety car or a VSC as yet. We'll have a look in just a bit. And it's a VSC at the moment, guys. So we have a VSC. Something's happened a bit on track. At least a bit of incident to cause that to happen. And I think we're back racing. Track is green again, and we already also have DRS is on. We got Central and I think Ace are fighting it out here, and they got Infamous just behind them as well. So all of them still fighting it out together, all for P9 right now. Central holding on to P10 for dear life. Infamous is trying to catch him from behind. That gap is actually pretty close. Not sure he's going to get it done. And we got Wayne Bennett here trying to get past John Banter out in front. And let's see if he's able to get this done or not. It's actually getting pretty close. Might try to take it on the inside. No, not going to risk it. Quite a tight corner to cut through. And doesn't want to risk losing out on whatever he has all going on already. As we're getting back to Central here right now. Right behind the rear of Ace's car. Oh, he might have lost it a bit. Oh, and that is his front wing gone. That's going to be him losing quite a lot of positions here, guys. He's trying to get back on track, get going again. He's going to have to go into the pits and get that repaired. That's going to cost him just a bit. We got GTF Fanatic trying to go side by side right now, I think, with D. Kuna here. Yes, he is. Alright, so D. Kuna trying to keep it there in 12th. I'm not sure, was it D. Kuna or the other Carlin car? Which Carlin team's car was it that went into the wall? I thought it was a Red Bull. Sorry, my bad on that. I just forgot. I'm just used to doing the F1 cars. So, D. Kuna, where is D. Kuna's teammate right now? I can't even tell. I think that was Ian there. Yes, it was. So it might have been Ian who went into the wall, the other Carlin driver. I really can't remember at the moment. We'll probably have to have a look back at that down at the end. But at the moment, let's keep an eye on what's happening here right now. A is getting very close to Infamous still, trying to keep up. Ian with the fastest lap for Carlin Motorsports, 1:36 so far. So he's doing pretty well, gotta say. Of course, he's down to 18th. He has a lot of way to catch up here right now throughout this race. With 17 laps in this race, has a bit of way to go. We got Official running in 15th right now. His teammate John Banter just behind him. And he's fighting it out, trying to get past Wayne right now. Up into 14th. He goes now down to 15 goes Wayne Bennett. And someone spun around. It's Official. He spun around. A bit of a contact there with another car, I assume. And he's now getting back going again. So lost out just a little bit, lost some time, lost some position, back down to 17th right now. And he is still trying to catch up. Getting back up to Moki. What's happening up here? Beer has spun around as well. What's happening on this track? I'm not even sure right now. Beer and Official are having the worst possible day here at Australia right now. They're not having a good race, both of them. And these are the two guys we usually have out front trying to fight for the lead of the race. So what's happening on this season? I'm not sure if the F1 2020 cars are not getting along too well with these guys or not. But they're going to have to figure something out because it's not going too well. Jay Sarge, I think, just got up a position on Spooner there. And Spooner trying to get it back. Might have been an illegal overtake, maybe, because it seemed like JSR just allowed him to go by. So it might have been an illegal overtake, I'm not sure. But either way, they're going again, and JSR is going to try to get the overtake done correctly this time. If it wasn't illegal overtake, I'm not sure is it, guys. Just saying it might have been, because it did look like JSR had to let him go by. So following with JSR still, we're just going to see if he's going to be able to get by Spooner here or not. We got our leader, Angry Orange, still leading 2.2 seconds off of Landobots. Laurentier just in third there right now, running 1.8 seconds behind. Slayer in fourth, another 1.8 seconds. And Spooner and JSR coming for fifth and sixth right now. So they're still fighting it out for fifth at the moment. JSR keeping as close as he can right now. I got Beer getting very close to Wayne here right now. He's going side by side with him. No, not going side by side as yet. Trying to, and having a very difficult time as it seems. So Wayne is able to keep him behind for now at least. So he's going to have to try that move again. Have to get up very close back to his car. We got Official getting very close to Callum. Trying to go side by side. Trying to have the outside go and not getting it. Have to hold out at least for now. And still in 17th and running. So these two guys having a very difficult time in this race. And I can't remember if they scored any points in the last one. There goes Official. Goes side by side with Callum. Now goes by up into 16. Callum down to 17. So Official has gotten a position up. Let's see where Beer is. He's still running behind Bennett there and not able to get up another position. We got Spooner in the pits right now. So he's taking his pits up already. That's going to put Dikona and Mogi up a position there as well. Oh, and he goes down a little bit even more and puts Beer up a position there as well. So Official now up into 15th because of Spooner's pit stop here. Let's get on to GTF Fanatic here. Chasing down Beer, trying to get this position here. And let's see if he's going to be able to get it. Beer trying to catch up to Dikuna right now. And I think we have another VSC. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. I have to stay on board at least. And that's a full-on safety car right now, guys. So we have a safety car. Wayne Bennett has been disqualified from the session for parked in a dangerous location on track, which is, I'm not even sure how that happens. So Wayne Bennett disqualified from this race. Boltex King is out of this race right now. And I'm not even sure what's happened here. How are these two drivers out of the race? We did miss this incident. We didn't catch this on the cameras here. So we're going to have to just be in the dark a bit about what exactly happened there. If someone lets us know in chat, we'll probably know. Or maybe in the Discord if I get to have a look in just a bit. But yeah, guys. So two drivers out of the race. Boltex King out and Wayne Bennett has been disqualified from this race. Apparently, according to race control, has been parked in a very dangerous portion of the track. Why did you do it, Wayne? Why did you park on the track where you're not supposed to? I'm not even sure if he did it purposely. I don't think he did. But yeah, this kind of stuff does happen, guys. So we have some pit stops happening here right now. Laurentier chooses not to take a pit stop under the safety car, and he's going to continue on, and he now takes over the lead of the race. Let me just have a look in the Discord. I'm not sure if anything's been said in there as yet, but we're going to have a look to see if any information has been provided to us to what's been happening here exactly. Where is that? Let's see. I'm not sure if anyone put anything in here. Doesn't look to be, or maybe I'm not even in the right channel right now. Anyway, let's leave that for now, guys. Let's just continue on to watch this race as we continue to go here. Now, I did make a few notes of something earlier. I'm not sure if I got this right, but let's see. I think I have the results here from the last time. So I think if I do have, yeah, I do have it right here. Anyway, let's go through the driver standings as they are. So coming around from round 1 that we did, we got Desinho leading the Drivers' Championship right now with 41 points. And we got Landobot in second with 31 points. That's a 10-point difference. Official is currently in P3 right now, holding down to 27 points. Then we got Spooner just behind him with 18 points, Slayer 16 points, Angry Orange has 10 points, GTF Fanatic has 8 points, I got Ace vs Kings has 6 points, John Banter with 4, we got Bollocks there with 2, Infamous with 2, Laurentio with 1, and Decona with 1. That's everybody with points so far. I'm gonna call it up. Beer has no points in this in this season so far. Only first race though, so we can't say the same thing. He'll probably make that up either way. But yeah. So that is the driver standings as they are right now, coming from lap 1 that we did last week. Again, guys, if you didn't have a look at that race, do check it out. It's on the channel there. It shouldn't be that hard for you guys to find. It should be right up on one of the previous videos that we just did, because I don't think there's that much of videos that I did from last week coming to now. Probably it's about 2 or 3 videos in between there. Okay, so let's get back to our stream here. Okay, so we're gonna be under the safety car for just maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna have to pay attention to when the notification is gonna come from race control that we're about to get back racing here when that safety car is gonna go in. So I'm gonna keep the camera on Laurentio's car out in front either way, just to have a look when that safety car starts to go in. We have a few more cars yet to catch up to the safety car queue here, and before we do get back racing here as well though. So I think it should be quite an interesting end to this race to see how this is gonna go actually, because Beer is now up into 7 there. So let's see. So we got Laurentio leading P1, Bollocks P2, Angry Orange now in P3, Landobot P4, Decon up to P5. And let's actually, you know, let's have a look at a few things before we come to the end of the safety car here. So position changes as they are. Bollocks gained 17 positions. So far, column gain 11. So it's going to tell us maybe one of these guys might be getting driver of the day. We don't know as yet. Stops as they are. Quite a lot of drivers have made stops so far because of that safety car mostly. And a few drivers made stops at the start of the race because of the incidents happening through lap 1. Tires as they are. We have most of our cars on the mediums and a few of our cars on the super soft tires right now. So those super soft tires, they don't really last overly long. They're going to have to change off from it for just a bit. But there are fresh tires on most of the cars right now. So let's see how much you're going to be pushing those tires. Penalties as they are. We got Bollocks with 3 seconds. The penalty is Beer with 6 seconds. J Sarge holding on to 3 seconds. Infamous 3, John Banter 3, and Central has 6 seconds of penalties there. So that's that for now. So let's get that off screen. We don't really need all that information there. So yeah, guys, hopefully at the end of lap 9 we're gonna get back racing here, because this safety car is gonna continue on through this lap here right now. So yeah, I think all the debris should be cleared off track. Everything should be good to go at the end of lap 9. We're still on lap 8. We're about to go across the line for getting into lap 9 here right now, and then we should get back racing. Of course, it's not going to be... let's call this at the halfway point of the race right now, which is where we're at. So just about half of the race left to go. That's it for the feature race, guys. Remember, as I said, we have to do a 50% feature race, then we have to go to the 50% sprint race. So don't go anywhere. We have another race coming up just after this one. It's literally like 2 minutes after one finishes, and we're not ending the stream. It's going to be on the same stream, so don't end off on your stream watching. So we're going to have that for you. Anyway, just 2 drivers out. We still got 19 drivers in this session, so still a lot of drivers to watch and have some fun to have them battle it out to the end of the race here. Anyway, everyone is keeping as close as they can right now. I think it's just Central Flyaway. They're trying to keep up with the grid right now. He has enough time. I think he's catching up right now. I think he took a pit stop there. probably did, I'm not sure. But we do have a few cars with penalties here, which is something we're going to have to just keep an eye on. Remember, we all know how this plays out. You guys have seen a lot of my races that I do here that are streamed for these leagues, that it comes down to penalties causing drivers to lose positions at the end of the race, guys. So let's see how that actually plays out. And just saying that we did have quite a good amount of viewership on the first race that we did for the season for L2S F2 Esports League. So hopefully we can have more on this race and going forward and increasing the viewership on the channel, because it really does help me out, guys. So thank you guys very much for doing that. Also, guys, please remember, guys, if you're watching the stream, do give the video a like. Literally just takes a second, guys. It helps us out a lot. And we have the safety car going in on this lap here right now. So we're going to get back to racing. Deacon takes a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. What are you doing, dude? Alright, so let's get back to this. Let's see, this thing you're all the way down to V16. Let's see how you're going to catch up there. We're going to be getting back to racing in just a bit, as Laurentier is going to be holding back off everyone here, so the safety car can just go off and get back into the pit lane, and we can safely get back to racing here right now. And I'm quite sure everybody is going to keep as close as they can to the car in front of them, just so they can get a good go and a good restart on this here right now. So let's see, lap 9 we're on. We're about to go into lap 10 as we get across this the finish line here, guys. And there we go. So Laurentier already gonna be trying to get off into the distance and tries to get the lead. Already gets the lead going of a second, and we got Bollocks and Angry Orange very close to each other, coming down to pit straight, going to turn 1. Let's see if anyone gets a go. No, they don't. Let's see how the rest of the grid makes it through here right now. We're trying to have a look as everyone comes through. Seems to be going fine so far. Some minor changes in positions on track, only nothing major at the moment. We got Beer, I think, trying to get past someone here out front, and let's see, trying to take on the inside of the Commentator. Gets him to P6, I think he did. At the moment, Mogi gets up a position there as well. And let's get out in front. Landobot trying to get past Angry Orange here right now. I don't think Angry Orange is too happy about him trying to get past. Not going to let him do it, at least not for now. Going to hold on to that position. Laurentier still leading up from 1.1 seconds, and he's trying to hold on to his lead right now. We got Angry Orange just quarter of a second behind Bollocks, trying to get past up into second now, and he has some trouble behind him, whereas Landobot is getting right up to his rear. He's going to try to go side by side with him. Let's see if he's going to be able to get this done. No, he's going to have to hold it into P4 for the time being at least, and maybe just wait for another straight portion of track just to get a go on him here. DRS will be back online in just a bit, but they still do have their racing abilities just to work with at the time. And these three are actually pretty close together, so let's just keep an eye, because this might just have an outcome that doesn't come out pretty well if someone decides to go for a move that's not available at the moment there. So just still following with Bollocks, Angry Orange, and Lando here. And I think Slayer is trying to get in on this area as well, or he's just watching on from the back there. And let's see if Lando is going to get Angry Orange up to P3. Landobot is trying to get past, and he is trying to get it back here right now, trying to go back to P3. And Ian has retired from the session. He is out. Something's happened. I'm not sure if he retired in the pits or not. He might have just retired in the pits. We're not 100% sure on this, guys. We'll have a look at that in just a bit. Either way, but let's see what's happening out front. So Jay Sarge now trying to fight it out with, I think, with Beer here. Yes, he is. Beer's trying to get past Jay Sarge at the moment, and let's see how good of a job he's doing on that. And Jay Sarge is going to try to keep him at the back as much as he can at the moment. We got some position changing down in the back as well. Destino trying to get up in positions there. I think he lost one position though. I think Lando is getting very close to Bollocks out front. Let's follow with him for just a bit to see what's happening. Slayer getting close to Angry Orange here as well. All these cars are actually pretty close together, from Bollocks, Lando, Angry Orange, and Slayer there. J Sarge has a bit to worry about with Beer still under a second behind him. So just still in that range just to get by. So let's see if Lando is able to catch up to Bollocks right now. And trying to go side by side right now. I'm not going to push it to hold on behind him for now at least. Angry Orange still looking on and coming behind all of this right now. Has his own troubles with Slayer just behind him. And J-Star still has to worry about Beer not giving up on that fight right now. Got Ace versus King just behind Infamous as well. Under a second, those two are. We got a car in the pits right now. That's Laurentier going into the pits, as well as Bollocks there. So Landobot takes over the lead of the race now. Puts our Angry Orange into second place. And we got Slayer now running in P3. So top 3 cars fighting for the lead now, because these guys are all within a second of each other and going. J Sarge is about 2 seconds behind Slayer at the moment. Dekuna running in 5th now. Mogi in 6th. Infamous in 7th. Ace vs Kings now takes 8th, and Spooner in 9th. Just very close though to Ace vs Kings. So let's see what's happening. These two are still fighting it out. They're going at it here, and let's see who's going to get the better position. Spooner goes up into 8th, puts Ace down to 9th right now. Desinio is between all of this as well, trying to get through. He's up into 9th and trying to fight and put Ace down to 10th. He does do it, and let's see if he's going to be able to get a move done on Spooner there as well. Gap is still very close, so it's still a chance here for Desinio to get up into P8. Let's get on board with Desinio right now. Doesn't have too much to worry about with Ace vs King falling a bit back behind him. He's right up to the rear of Spooner's car right now, and definitely is going to have a go at him in just a bit. I think he's just trying to get a little bit closer if he can, or maybe just wait for the pit straight to have this done. Getting down into turn 1 might try to outbreak him, maybe just a little bit. I'm not sure. Let's see how this works out. He's trying to keep that gap under half a second right now. We got Monkey there trying to keep his gap as close as he can behind Dekuna there as well to get up. And where is Beer right now? He is all the way down to 15. Has penalties at the moment. Not sure how much. We'll have a look at that in just a bit. And we got Mogi into the pits right now. Dekuna into the pits. So another set of pit stops happening. Getting back out front, we got Lando still leading this race here right now. He has 1.3 seconds of gap between himself and Angry Orange. And then we got Slayer just under a second behind Angry Orange right now. He's still chasing him down. Wants to take away P2 if he can here right now. Trying to work those super soft tires a little bit over time if he can and try to catch up. Gap is about half a second. He's trying to break it down, but it's not going to be as easy as he expects it to be here. We're on lap 13 of 17 right now. Not a lot of time left in this race, so very limited time to get some positions up and get some more points here. We got quite a few cars with penalties, and we're going to turn penalties on before we get to the final lap of this race, just to have a look at what position changes might be happening coming down to the end of the race. And we actually can do that right now. Let's just go to penalties there and put that on. Actually, no, it's a bit, it's a bit too early. Let's leave that for now. I just want to just keep much of the screen as free as possible right now. So we still got Slayer trying to catch up here right now. Most of our gaps are starting to increase for just a little bit, at least for now. But the closest gap we have right now is between Angry Orange running P2, Slayer running P3. These two are going to be at it all the way going to the end of this race, I'm assuming here. And I think, oh, and that's a car into the wall. Whose car is that? I'm not sure. Was that official? Nope, was not. Who's on the pit straight right now? Sorry guys, really not sure who that was. Alright, so we're still following Slayer right now. He's getting ever so close to Angry Orange, but still not able to get his overtake done. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be able to chase him down. We're on lap 14 and going. Just three and a half laps left to go here. So Central is out, Ian is out, Bulltex King is out, and Wayne Bennett out of this race. That's 4 drivers out, 17 drivers still remain. We still got a pretty good grid going here. And let's see how many of these guys are going to be able to finish this race and how these penalties really are going to affect them as we get to the end point of this race. Callum is getting pretty close there right now to GTF Fanatic. Let's have a look at the back to see what's happening with them if he's able to get by. Doesn't have any damage on his car. Both running on, I think, on the super soft tires there. So let's see how that works out for them. If Callum is able to get that gap to go a little bit more down, make this a little bit more interesting here. I think he's pushing as hard as he can at the moment, trying to catch up to GTF Fanatic, but the gap is just being maintained at about half a second right now. Getting back out front right now to Angry Orange and Slayer. Angry Orange continues to lead with Slayer in second, J Sarge in P3 at the moment, Infamous in P4, and we got Lander running P5. Desinio all the way up into P6 right now, getting some decent points here, and P7 for Smooth Laurentier in 8th. Ace vs King currently in 9 balls, currently in 10. And we're still following on with this gap that we have here. Column getting very close down at the back to GTF Fanatic. Let's see that gap, what's happening down in the back. He is still trying to get past. Let's switch on back to the front in just a bit as we're following with this. Let's see if he is able to get by up into 14th. It's one more position, but still a position up is better. And then we got Beer taking 135.3, fastest lap of the race. And where on earth is he running? He's running 11th right now. He's getting some pretty good lap times, just not getting some pretty good grid positions right now. Callum still chasing down GTF Fanatic right now. So lead out front, up over a second now between Angry Orange and Slayer there. JSR still trying to catch up with these guys. Of course, he has a penalty. Infamous has a penalty. And Lando, but there's no penalty. We're going to see how that works out for him as we're on lap 15 and running here right now. Oh, and we got a bit of a contact between Callum and F1 Fanatic there. And that's caused Callum to lose positions now. So he's now down to 16th. And going Mogi and Balls. What's happening with the two of them? I think someone is getting the position here. If our information is right, we got Beer just under a second right now behind Ace versus Kings and still chasing him down. Let's see if he's able to get by. He's actually getting pretty close and using his DRS. So let's see if he's able to get by here right now. Getting up right behind him and might be pulling out at the very last second trying to get by. They're getting around pretty close. Oh, he's actually going side by side right now. And does get by already, up into P9. Pretty good overtake from Beer there, gets up into P9. Ace versus King down to P10. And let's see who else is running close here right now. A gap out front seems to be increasing a bit. Angry Orange seems to be gaining a few tenths actually off of Slayer there. Laurentian now takes the fastest lap of the race away from Beer. And he's actually in front of Beer, so he's the next car Beer has to catch up to right now. Going to a gap with Mogi and Bollocks here right now. Gap is about a second. I think Bollocks is trying to get it under a second. Oh, and there he goes. Loses his front wing. I wonder if we caused that to happen. Sorry, Bollocks. And he just threw it into the wall. That's race over for him. And did he just cause a safety car on the very last lap of the race? Let's have a look at what's happening there. Or is that... Oh no, it's no safety car. We're fine. So we're on lap 16 and running right now. And we got a gap of about 2.5 seconds between Angry Orange and Slayer as we're about to go into the final lap of this race. And we got Infamous trying to get his gap to under a second there right now between himself and JSR. Just follow on with them for just a bit as we're on lap 17 right now. Let's put on penalties so you guys can have a look at what's happening there and see how that's going to work out for them. 6 seconds of penalties with JSR. Infamous with 3 seconds of penalties, which means Infamous is going to get up into P3 here if he does keep it this way and goes around. So we're going to switch on to Angry Orange and Slayer in just a bit, but we're just following this gap for just maybe a half a lap more so to see if Infamous is able to get past J Sarge on the final lap of the race. Would be quite interesting to see that happen. And we got Beer there, Mr. Beer with 14 seconds of penalties. Not for 14 seconds of penalties. What's happening to him today? I'm not sure. He's probably not having a good day. So we're still following on right now with Infamous and J Sarge. So we obviously know, guys, there's going to be quite a few changes happening when we get to the finish line here right now. We're on lap 17. Remember, we have the sprint race coming just after this, guys. It's not going to be very long, maybe just 2 or 3 minutes, and we get straight into that. It's going to be a reverse grid for the top 10 for the start of that race, and then everyone else who finished right where they are will start right there. So just stay on the stream for that. So 6 seconds for each of them now. So J Sarge will keep his P3. Let's get on to Angry Orange out front as he goes around the final turn here right now. Column is retired from the session there. And this is going to be Angry Orange taking pole position for the feature race here at Australia. That's P1 for him. Slayer takes P2. And then we have J Sarge taking P3. We got Infamous coming for P4. We got Landobot taking P5. And what happened? Something switched. Landobot, because of penalties, went up to P3. J Sarge down to P4. Infamous in P5. Disinio takes 6. Laurentier is 7. Spooner in 8. Beer takes 9th. And let's see, Deacon is coming around. He should be getting 10th here right now. And does get that. Mogi is going to get 11th. Ace versus King is should be getting... Oh no, we have another switch happening. So Mogi gets 9th. Ace versus King gets 10th. Spooner gets 8th. Beer gets 11th. Decuna gets 12th. GFF Fanatic is probably getting 13th here. And then we got John Banter in 14th. Official should probably be getting 15th. I think that's going to work out for that. Yes, it is. And we're going to still go through it back when we do get our results table come up in just about a few seconds time. So that is actually it there, guys, for the feature race for round 2 for L2S F2 Esports League for their season 2 here, Australian Grand Prix. That was actually quite an interesting. Mogi takes driver of the day. Good job on him. So yeah, so that was actually an interesting feature race. We're now going to go straight into the sprint race, and that's another 50% race. So it's going to be a little bit shorter than our feature race. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a lot interesting to watch. And let's see how the 21 drivers are going to perform in that occasion there. So yeah, let's go through back our standings for this session as it is. So that is it, guys. Angry Orange takes pole position. And then we got Slayer in second. Lando takes P3. J Sarge P4. Infamous takes 5th. Disinio takes 6th. Laurentier 7th. Spooner in 8th. Mogi 9th. Ace vs Kings 10th. Beer in 11th. Decuna 12th. GTF Fanatic 13th. John Banter in 14th. Official in 15th. Column didn't finish in 16th. Onwards down. Got Bollock 17th. Central 18th. Ian 19th. Bollock King 20. And we got Wayne Bennett in 21. For the High-Tech Grand Prix. So getting through this guys, let's get about 20 seconds and then we're gonna get straight into the sprint race. So just give us about a minute or two, guys, and we're gonna get that set up here right now for you guys. So this should not be about 17 laps. It'll probably be a few laps less than that, and let's see how that goes on here right now. 12 laps, not too bad. Let's get this going, guys. So we're already off. Spooner started P1. Let's see who's getting a better go. Disinio already up into P1, trying to get it through, and does take P1 going through the lead. Still finding it to Spooner out front, though. Let's have a look what these two are going on with. And Disinio goes away, takes away. Already starting to get a gap, half a second and going. I'm not sure if we have anything happening down at the back here at the moment. We might have missed that if it did. Cars seem to be a bit spaced out. Everybody seems to be okay so far. Maybe some minor contact. Oh, we got someone spun around just a bit there. I think that was Mogi. He might have had a bit of contact and lost control of the car there just a bit. A few cars going wide and what's not. And we got Laurentier trying to catch up to Lando right now. Virtual safety car right now for a few minor incidents I think we have on track. And we have Decuna might have had an incident down at the back there as well. So virtual safety car for that incident. Everyone is going to have to decrease their speed by at least 40% until we get that sorted out and get any debris off track and then get safely back to racing, which should be happening in just a bit. So Disinio did get a pretty good start out of this race so far. Oh my god, this is just 12 laps. This is like one stint on from 100% race. So it's going to come to an end pretty quickly. These drivers are going to be pushing as hard as they can, and it's going to be a really fun race to watch. So let's see how well they actually do here. Let's see if Disinio actually can take a win on this one here. We got Beer running a 7th right now. Where's Official? He's in 10th. Let's see how these guys are going to perform. I'm always keeping an eye on these two to see what is it they're up to and doing. And we're back racing. A track is green. VSC is over. So let's see what Disinio is going to try. Get a gap of over a second already. He's trying to get. Already does have that. J Sarge and let's see who it is. We got J Sarge and Infamous trying to fight it out for P3 right now. They're trying to go side by side into turn 1. J Sarge might have the inside on this. Let's see who's going to come out on top of it. Disinio has the fastest lap so far. And these two are still going side by side. I think Infamous might be taking back his P3 though. Doesn't want to give it up to J Sarge at the moment. J Sarge does have to settle at least for now for it. Yeah, actually, I think they're still going side by side and fighting it through. They're not giving up. So if we can just wait to see who's going to come out on top of this one here right now. It's a pretty good battle for P3 though, not too bad. Disinio still getting his lead on out front, still keeping it over a second. J Sarge has about a second actually about 1.6 seconds to catch up there right now to Spooner. He's still fighting it out though with Infamous there, and Slayer and Angry Orange coming just behind. The two of them are now in a battle for P5, I think it is. Yes, it is. Right now we already got Laurentio and Lando already fighting down in the back there as well for P8. And going down further, I got Ian and Central, who are actually pretty close. Also, Mogi there, getting very close as well. We got Lando and I think Laurentio side by side with each other right now. And I think Laurentio took that one for now. At least let's see what's happening down at the back between Mogi, Dekuna, and Ian here. They're all pretty close together with each other and still going. Actually, about 4 or 5 cars are all pretty close together. Angry Orange about to get past Beer there right now. I think they're probably trying to go side by side. I'm not sure at the moment. Just trying to follow what's happening down in the back here as well. Oh, and someone's lost it there. That's Dekuna, and some contact from Ian there with him, I think. So that's probably going to be some damage. Yep, Ian's car has some severe damage there right now. He's going to have to repair that. Let's get back out front and see what's happening with Beer and J Sarge going side by side right now. And J Sarge seems to have it. And Beer is off track into the wall. His car is turned on the wrong side of the track right now. He's trying to get back around, get back going. Ian is out of the race right now. So we're going to be migrating hosts for the moment. Let's see what's happened here. I'm not sure if we're under a VSC yet or not. It doesn't seem to be. I think we're still racing on. We're still good. So currently we're following with J Sarge, who is very close right now to Slayer. I got official getting very close to Column there down at the back as well. And they're in 13 and 14. That battle is getting pretty close. So is this one here. J Sarge gets right up to the rear of Slayer's car. Let's see if he's able to get by. Official still running behind Column there as well. Not able to get by as yet, as a purple sector 2 goes for J Sarge there. Now having a pretty good lap here, I'll see. Just being held up by a Slayer then a little bit here. He's going to have to try his way to get by. Just keeping the slipstream of Slayer's car right now and pushing it all around. He might be pulling out all the way. Oh, he's trying to go side by side with him already. I think he should have waited for the pit straight, but he still is right just behind him. And let's see how well that's going to work. He has Laurentio coming just behind him though. Not going to be right up to him to go side by side through turn 1. He's going to have to just hold it off for the moment at least. Let's try to keep it clean. Does have a penalty to deal with though. Bulkaskin has a penalty there as well. So still a pretty close gap they're working with here. Let's go back down to the back of between Official and Dekuna here right now. Going side by side through turn 1. I think they just went. And let's see. It's Dekuna out in 15 and Official there in 16. Still chasing down the guy. Let's see if he's going to be able to get by or not. So far so good for Dekuna. They're still able to keep that car in P15 at least for now, because his teammate is out of this race. As the other car lane driver there, that's Ian. They start still chasing down Slayer, 0.2 of a second. That gap still exists right now. Callum getting very close to John Banter there. And we're going to have a look at that in just a bit to see what's happening. Let's see if he's able to get by or not. Still has to hold it at least for now. Just so difficult to overtake on certain sections of this track here in Australia. We're on lap 4 of 12 at the moment, so at least 25% of the race. And Beer has been disqualified from the session, parked in a dangerous location on track. What did Beer do? I'm not sure. Where did he park that car? Anyway, he has been disqualified from the session there, so that puts him out. 18 drivers now remain in this session, guys, so we're going to continue on with them and have them finish this race. J Sarge and Slayer finally about to switch positions, I think, here, and they have Laurentio coming just behind them. So is Landobot there. Let's see what's happening. Laurentio trying to get by J Sarge. It's a three-way battle going into turn 1, and let's see who's getting out of this. Slayer gets out in front as Laurentio gets still finding it actually side by side with J Sarge for P5. And let's see who's going to get this one. They're still switching it. And they have Landobot coming just behind them. He's having a look at the battle happening in front. We have a safety car now. For what incident, we're not 100% sure. Yes, something's happened on track somewhere that's causing that safety car, though. And that was getting very intense between those three cars there, between Slayer, Laurentier, and Jay Sarge. I think the safety car is the only thing that actually put that on pause for now. Slayer's trying to get out in front, trying to get a gap going, maybe a little bit, using the safety car as an advantage here. And let's see if we're going to have anybody take a pit stop on the safety car or not sure as yet. We'll see how that plays out for them. So a bit of a close gap between most of our cars right now. We got Disinho. He's about to be caught up by Spooner now. He did have a pretty good lead going on. And we got Slayer drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. So under the safety car right now. So Slayer and Jay Sarge, only cars with penalties at the moment. Bultex going into the pits there. I'm not 100% sure what's caused the safety car here, guys. It has something to do with Beer's car, but his car was taken out of the race way earlier, so it can be his car. But something did happen on track to cause a full-on safety car here. Either way, guys, can't say you haven't been enjoying this race. It's been quite an interesting treat so far, especially between Slayer, Laurentier, and Sarge out front. I hope they go at it again when we get back racing here after the safety car, which is not going to be a lot of laps left after the safety car is over. Hopefully at the end of this lap, maybe we can get back racing here. Before we're on lap 6 right now. Hopefully when getting into lap 7 we can get back racing, maybe have at least 6 or lap racing. I'm not sure. The safety car is here as they're now following the safety car actually, so I'm not sure how much more time we're gonna have to follow the safety car on the. I think we have a few more penalties handed out there as well for Slayer, Laurentier, and Jay Sarge. All three of them now have penalties. And everybody's going to have to now follow on the safety car for just a bit. Right? I guess we're probably going to be maybe at end of lap 7. We'll probably be at the end of the safety car. Hopefully, I'm not sure. But we will have a few laps of racing left before we get to the end of this session here. It's been quite interesting of a race. Feature race was actually a lot of fun, but this has been a little bit more interesting. You know, with 12 laps, I said, guys, these drivers are going to push as hard as they can just to get some really good positions, get as much points as they can. It all does come towards the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship as well. So they have to get as much points for the team as possible. Ian, Mogi, and Beer, unfortunately, out of this race, but still 18 drivers in. It's been really fun watching these guys race. We're going to keep an eye and see how the restart is going to go. Especially now that Disinho is being caught up by Spooner there. He's still about 1 point something seconds behind. But still, either way, Disinho is going to have the most advantage of getting a pretty good start when the restart does happen. Of course, Spooner is going to try to catch him. Infamous is going to try to catch him. Slayer, Laurentier, and Jay Sarge, the three of them, I'm hoping that they actually get into it just a bit again when we get this restart going. Lando Bot, they're going to probably have a look at the battle from behind, and hopefully they take each other out and he can get up 3 positions up in one go. I'm not sure whether that's going to be possible or not. Bollocks there in 8th, and GTF 190 chasing him in 9th. Wayne Bennett running 10th at the moment. Got Central in 11th, Callum in 12th, Angry Orange now running 13. Was running so much higher up when we started there. John Banter in 14, D. Kuna in 15. Ace versus Kings in 16th, Official now 17, Boltex in 18th. And that's how the positions stand. We have a few cars down in the back are yet to catch up to the grid before we get back racing here. We're currently going into lap 7 here right now. Just entering into lap 7. And I'm really hoping we get back racing getting into lap 8 at the end of this lap, that is. So hopefully we get back racing by then. We'll only know when the safety car gets past the line getting into sector 3 of this lap here. So that's when race control is going to let us know that, you know, we're about to get back racing. Safety car is going to get straight into the pits, but let's see how that's going to work out. I'm not sure if we're getting back racing on this lap or the next one, but I'm really hoping it's this lap here. We want a few more laps of racing than just one more less lap of that. So hopefully we get back racing here right now. And once again, guys, gotta say thank you to everyone who's joined onto the stream. Really appreciate you guys joining onto the stream, watching it live. If you don't have the chance to watch it live, that's fine too. You know, you're joining on afterwards, watching the video. Hoping you enjoy this race footage. I usually make the thumbnails for the race before the race, so whatever cars you see on the thumbnail, it doesn't mean that those are the guys winning the race. It's just random. I just randomly just choose it. I just make like a random choice and choose what car to use to make the thumbnail with every time I'm making it for these race streams. So it's never about who I think is going to win the race or who's not going to win. I just use a car and make a thumbnail. It's all random, guys. So don't think that, you know, it's like a giveaway. Oh, we have safety car in this lap, so that's pretty good to hear. Yeah, as I was saying, don't ever think whatever car is on the thumbnail is going to be the car who won the race. If you're not watching that, if you're watching the race afterwards, you got to just watch it to the end to actually see who won. I don't really tend on giving that away. It's always just fun to watch the race, see what happened without any spoilers. If you want a spoiler, you just ask somebody in the Discord. They'll probably tell you who won. They'll know. Either way, we're about to get back racing here. So safety car has gone off already. He's about to go into the pits as the Sinio is slowing down everyone for just a bit so that the safety can go away. And then he can just try to get the best start possible on this restarted. Voltex King is about over 2 minutes away behind Callum there. Pretty surprising he's probably not able to catch up on that as yet. But he'll probably finish it down there in 18th. Alright guys, here we go. We're about to get back racing again. The Sinio gets a pretty good start. 1.5 seconds already. His gap is, as we got Spooner, Infamous just very close to each other right now. We're going to follow with Slayer, Laurentier, and Zay Sargent just a bit to see how close they're going to be with each other. Infamous and I think Spooner very close to each other right now. Let's see if anybody's getting a move done. Not as yet, as we're trying to have a look at the grid as they go through turn, which everyone seems to be getting through pretty well. So for Callum is now out of the race, so that leaves 17 drivers in. He think he went into the pits and retired there. I'm not sure. Does seem like that is what he did there. So following on with Infamous right now, because he is chasing down Spooner, who's trying to catch up to the Sinio, but the Sinio almost 2 seconds away out front already. He's gaining and gaining. We got Ballers getting very close to Lando right now. Let's see if there's going to be a move on. And Angry Orange getting into this battle here as well. So 3 cars fighting it out for P7 at the moment. And I think Angry Orange has gotten up 1 position there. He's up into P8 right now. Trying to get up into P7. Let's see if he's going to be able to get that done. I think he's on the super soft, so he definitely stands a chance maybe here. Lando got down to P9 now. And he's trying to catch her back at the moment. We got Central trying to catch up with Wayne Bennett. Oh, and that's Lando off track. He's lost it. He's lost all his positions there now. Getting back up. Let's see. Dekun is right behind John Banter. We're trying to go side by side with him. Let's see if he's getting up into P10, and he does for the moment. And John Banter goes wide, I think, there. Oh, we got something's happening now in the back. That's Ace versus King into the wall. He's lost it there. He's got a lot of damage on that car. And we got Central, and no, Central is going behind these guys. He's having a look at what's happening with these two. Both of them fighting it to go into the pit lane here right now. What's happening with Wayne Bennett and I think that was official. I'm not sure. So they were fighting for position, so just to get into the pit lane there right now. And that was a bit of an incident with the two of them. Let's get back out front with Infamous here right now. Still chasing down Spooner, who is going to be running second. We're on lap 9 right now and running, guys. Wayne Bennett has left the session. Official has retired from the session. I think the official was going into the pits to retire there. I'm not even sure. Okay, so that's going to leave about 14 drivers in this session. So the senior continues to lead and about 2 seconds out ahead. Spooner still running second. Infamous running just under a second behind Spooner. Slayer and then Laurentier in 5th. Jay Sarge in 6th. Angry Orange 7. Who is close? So we got D Cunner getting very close to GTF Fanatic. Trying to get past. Let's see if he's going to get a gap to go on here. Of course, we got John Banter and Central does down at the back here trying to fight it out as well. Trying to go side by side. Central is trying to go by and he does. Oh, and that was a big accident between the two of them. Both cars off track. That's some severe damage. I don't think that they're going to be able to recover on that and get any points in the top 10 for that there. Central is trying to get back on track here right now. That was actually pretty bad between the two of them. We got John Banter trying to get his car. Might even have a puncture there. I'm not even sure. But that's some severe damage from the two of them. No safety car or VSC for that. They are both off track, so we're fine. Infamous getting very close now to Spooner out front. Let's have a look to see if he's going to be able to get by. And I think Slayer is falling down the order. Oh, he's in the pits there. Sorry about that. He's just in the pits trying to get maybe tire change or car repaired or something. I'll have a look at that in just a bit though, and we're still following with Infamous right now. He's still chasing down Spooner on lap 10 right now of 12, and there's been so much happening in this sprint race since we've started. Coming down to the end, I don't think this is something anybody wants to miss with all of this happening here. Yeah, got GTF Fanatic getting very close behind the corner there right now. Desenio still holds on to the lead of this race, not giving it up. He's still going to follow with Infamous as he's still trying to catch up to Spooner here right now. Still not able to. Got Jay Sarge is in 5th right now, trying to keep his gap under a second, but not able to do so at the moment. Desenio still just continuing to build his lead up front. 2.9 seconds it is at the moment. It looks like he is going to get an easy win on this one here. If he continues this, he's been driving excellently so far. Spooner still running second, trying to keep Infamous behind, but the gap is under a second, which Infamous is trying to keep it at. And I don't think he wants to give up. He's using his DRS, and let's see if he's able to get closer to Spooner right now. Most of our cars in the back are getting a bit of a gap going. Oh, and they're actually pretty close to each other right now. Let's see if he's going to be able to get by. We got Laurentier coming just behind them there as well. He's lost about few tenths now. Maybe got a bit too close going through turns 1 and 2 there. So that gap is being maintained. Let's go down to Angry Orange, who's chasing down Jay Sarge at the moment. And he seems to be a bit glitchy at the moment here. Landobot with the fastest lap, 135 so far. Alright, Angry Orange seems to be fine running at the moment. Oh, we got Infamous trying to go side by side. Oh, not like that. He's just right behind Spooner. He's trying to look for a gap to go on. And we got Laurentier coming just behind him as well. So a great battle going down to the end of this race. For podium positions here is what they're fighting for. So Laurentier wants to get up into the podium at the moment, but he has Infamous in front of him. But Infamous is a little more concerned about fighting it with Spooner right now. Oh, and Laurentier gets a 3-second penalty. He just lost his chance of getting on the podium here. Actually, you can still get it. He still has a lot more to go here, but anything can happen. We don't know what's going to happen as yet. If a car gets taken out of this race, as he's getting very close to Infamous, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get a gap to go with. They're also chasing each other around, going at the moment, and Infamous getting very close again to Spooner. Still has to worry about Laurentier just behind him, though. He's going to have to keep an eye on that as he goes around, as that gap is pretty close. And we got Jay Sarge and Angry Orange finding it out at the back as well. And Desenio comfortably racing out front all by himself, having a best race at the moment. I think this is going to continue all the way down to the end of lap 12 here to finish off the sprint race for the Australian Grand Prix. I don't think any of these guys are going to give it up. And let's have penalties on screen as we go to the end here. 6 seconds each for Laurentier and Jay Sarge. They're going to finish equally with the moment as what they got there right now. And Laurentier is pushing it, trying to get by there right now, but not able to do so at the moment. And 3 seconds of penalties for D. Cunny. He's going to have to keep GTF Fanatic at over 3 seconds behind to keep that position there that he has. We're still following Laurentier here right now. We might not be able to switch to Desenio in just a bit. But he's having a comfortable race out front. I just want to see what's going to happen. Jay Sarge and Laurentier still going at it here. 6 seconds of penalties each, and they're going to have to fight it out for the race win. For the, at least for a P4 here. And neither of them might be able to get, neither of them are getting onto the podium for a win. Infamous trying to keep it in front right now. And there goes Desenio across the line for a pole position and win. And someone's into the wall. That's, not even sure. I think that's Laurentier there. Let's see, that's Spooner taking P2. Infamous goes P3. Angry Orange goes P4. Jay Sarge goes P5. Bollocks goes P6. Laurentier come across for P8. He couldn't take 7. GTF Fanatic goes across for 9th. And Slayer coming across for 10th right now. And he actually does get that. Landobot is going to come around, and he should be getting P11 as he's about to get around the final few turns here right now. Final corner, actually. And he goes around onto the pit straight. So quite an interesting change of events with penalties affecting there. And Laurentier losing it on the final turn. Maybe a bit of contact between them. I'm not sure. They were fighting it pretty hard. So that's Landobot taking P11. I think Central is going to come across for P12. Ace for P13 and John Banter for P14. Alright guys, so that is it for the end of the sprint race. Let's just have a look at our final results on this one here. And driver of the day goes to Bollocks on this one. Alright guys, let's have a look at this on how it actually ended here. Alright, that's Desinio for the win. So let's see. Everything should be confirmed and be the same still. So Desinio takes pole position for the let's go for sprint race result. Desinio takes pole position for that. Spooner takes second. Infamous takes third. We got Angry Orange takes P4. J Sargent fifth. Bollocks in sixth. Vicuna 7. Laurentier is 8th. GTF Fanatic 9th. Slayer in 10th. Landobot 11th. Central in 12th. Ace vs Kings in 13. John Banter 14. Official 15. Wayne in 16. Boltex King 17, Column in 18, Beer in 19, Ian 20, and Mogi in 21. And that's going to be overall results as they are for round 1 and round 2 as they total up at the end. So Angry Orange takes the win for the total weekend session. Desinio second, Infamous in third, Slayer 4, J Sarge 5th, Spooner in 6th, Lando in 7, Laurentier 8, Bollocks in 9, Official in 10. Anyway guys, we have reached the end of the session, so I want to say thank you to all of you who joined on to the stream today to support the channel. And the league name of the stream for today is at the L2S Esports League. So shout out to all the drivers who race, and for the Race Tours League admins, everybody for putting this together. Big thank you to everyone. I appreciate all of you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream.